And what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Cheap Ludes back with another video for you guys. I like to pretend that I'm talking on the radio when I do these videos without face cam. I don't know. You got to make your own fun here. Look, are you interested in finding out the top 10 best budget cards or extreme budget cards in NBA 2K22 My Team? Question mark. Oh, you are? Fantastic. You're here. This is the right video for you. So you guys know the drill. 4 honorable mentions, and then we get to the top 10. So extreme budget cards are under 5,000 MT. So let's get the honorable mentions out of the way. Number 1 is kind of a weird card. Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes is actually really solid. Like, really. 6'4". He's not the biggest player in the world, and I think that does show, but he actually does look a little bit bigger than 6'4". Not saying he looks massive. He kind of looks like maybe like 6'5" or something like that. It's not, the biggest thing in the world, but he's decent. He also has jump shot 15, which is the same as Chris Boucher, which is really good. Catch and shoot, corner specialist, difficult shots, glue hands, interceptor. He's not the greatest card in the world, but he's a very, very good three-point sniper. He can attack the rim a little bit too. He plays competent defense. I just like the card, so I wanted to kind of throw him up there. I'm not going to say he's one of the best cards for 5K, but he's solid. Another honorable mention would be Vince Carter. Now, is Vince Carter the greatest card in the world? No, he feels so slow for some reason, but you can get this card for like a 1,500 MT. And I mean, he's good for 1,500 MT. Like, he's a decent three-point shooter. He obviously dunks really hard. He handles the ball okay, plays okay enough defense. He's a fun card to use. For offline reasons and even online in certain capacities, he can really hold it down. Decent badge count as well. I mean, he's got kind of everything you'd really want from him. There's nothing incredibly special about Vince Carter. There's nothing incredibly terrible about him either. That goatee is horrendous. I'll be the first to say it. Another honorable mention is a card that just came out on Friday, but I think it's worth picking up for most people. It would be Mo Bamba. You can get this card for, not kidding, 800 MT. And while he only has 9 gold badges, which sucks, they're a pretty solid group of gold badges. I mean, at least gets like gold intimidator. Mo Bamba is massive. I think he's like 7 foot with like the longest arms possible. Gold hustler, Grace Hunter presser. He's got set shooter. He is a decent stretch center. The real reason I include him on this list, though, is because he's very, very good for triple threat offline. And if you're someone who's just starting out or somebody who just wants to climb the ranks of triple threat offline, using Mo Bamba as like your Ruby center for triple threat offline is very, very solid. And honestly, he's a good Ruby center. I don't think he's quite as good as, spoiler alert, Wang, but he's still good for 800 MT. You could do a lot worse. And then the final honorable mention. Look, these cards aren't going to be fire, okay? I don't know if somebody's watching this and they're like, these cards all suck. Well, yeah, dude, they're not great. They're budget cards. Isaiah Thomas. There is not a wealth of budget point guards. I mean, even Eric Snow's 10K. That should really tell you everything. Marcus Smart is expensive. Like, it's gross out here. And IT is a very, very solid point guard. Like, truly, he is. For the price you can get him at, which is like 3,000 MT. If you're looking to pick this card up, wait for Tuesday. The NBA 75 packs, this card literally drops from almost all of them. So you can get him for so cheap. Hoffdimer, like corner specialist, hyperdrive, quick chain, interceptor, lucky number 7, decent three-point shot. Like, he's got a little bit of everything. He plays good defense, got good steal animations. For this price, he's one of the best point guards that you can buy, truly. Let's get to the top 10 list here. Number 10. I am more hyped on this card than most people, and that's Jarvis Hayes. You can get this card for 1,000 MT and less. I personally, if you can, would go for the signature version. I mean, it's an extra couple hundred. It's worth it because you're getting the Hoff catch and shoot. He's essentially bigger Matisse Thybulle. That's basically what he is. He's got clamps, interceptor, intimidator, set shooter, hot zone hunter, menace, hustler. I'm not saying this card is going to be able to keep up with the best cards in the game, but this card can play competent enough defense on this. He is a pure 3-and-D player. Look, all he's going to do is play defense and shoot, catch, and shoot threes. Like, that's all he's going to do. But if you need him to do that, like, he definitely can do that. Number 9. one of my favorite cards, one of my favorite players in the entirety of NBA history, Brandon Jennings. Brandon Jennings is a score first point guard. True. Absolutely true. Is he also incredibly good? Yes. Hoff mismatch expert, Hoff sniper. He's a Trey Murphy clone, which the 2K loves Trey Murphy for whatever reason. I can't seem to wrap my head around it really, but they really do enjoy Troy Murphy. I don't get it. Either way, great stable of badges. I think I said stable. Great stable of badges. It's a weird phrase. I don't know what to say there. He's got pretty much everything you'd want him to have on the offensive end. He's not very good defensively, like at all, and you just have to accept that. But if you're playing against the CPU or just playing some TTO or whatever, you could be using a lot less fun cards. Like Brandon Jennings is objectively a fun card to use. He can get up and boom too. Like 65 is not great, but he can dunk. Number 8 is a budget player's best friend for years at this point. Like Robert Covington. You can get Amethyst Robert Covington for less than 5K. He's one of the more expensive cards on this list. I don't know. I'm not as high on this card as others are. He's got a good stable of badges. Once again, like Jarvis Hayes, he's essentially a pure 3-and-D card. That being said, Robert Covington can attack the rim a little bit. Like he's got an 80 driving dunk. 79 ball handle is not great, but it's not terrible either. Like 87 perimeter defense doesn't really do his justice, realistically. Like it doesn't, at least in my opinion anyway. 86 speed, 83 speed with ball, 86 acceleration, all decent. Like Robert Covington's going to be a pure combo forward, and if that's what you're looking for, hey, you got him. Number 7, Paul Pierce. Once again, he's more of a next-gen guy. Honestly, I wouldn't use him on current gen. The reason for that, he's not going to be able to shoot corner threes. He plays small forward, power forward, right? Either way, Paul Pierce is a lot better than you give him credit for. Like, I know Paul Pierce is typically never the greatest card in 2K, usually for the fact that he can't shoot from the corners. That usually hinders his value quite a bit, if I'm being honest. But Paul Pierce is actually really, really good. He is one of those cards that you'll look at his stats and be like, oh, this card's not really that good at something, but then you play with him and he's like pretty decent. That's Paul Pierce. Like 81 speed, 75 speed with ball. He actually feels so much faster than that. I don't know. His jump shot is really, really good too, which is why I just wish he could shoot from the corners on current gen. He'd be really, really solid. He's one of those jack of all trades, master of none kind of cards. If that's what you're looking for and you're on next gen specifically, Paul Pierce is your guy. Number 6, looking for a high flyer, Gerald Green. Try to get the signature version because he does have the Hoff limitless takeoff, which is going to allow him to boom from farther distances, which is definitely something you're going to want on your squad. But Gerald Green you can get for almost nothing. He's got a really similar jump shot to Paul Pierce in just the way, if you're shooting with no meter, kind of the way he releases it anyway. If you're looking for an attack, I was going to say attack first forward or guard. I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense. Someone that's going to attack the basket and shoot the open 3. Gerald Green is your guy. He's really, really good against the CPU too, especially on current gen. You can run right past people and boom on them. Just really helpful. Number 5. Obviously one of the best budget centers in the entire game, Wang ZZ. He's a little bit expensive. Oh, well, I mean, I'll pick that up for that price. That's a good price right there. But he's worth it, in my opinion, in everyone's opinion. 7 foot, 255. Great badge count, can kind of do a little bit of everything. His silver badges are great even, like rim protector, interceptor, intimidator, limitless spot up, quick first step, bullet passer. You kind of want to raise those up, but I mean either way it's good. It doesn't matter. 89 3-pointer, 75 driving dunk. Ball handle's kind of not great, but he's a 7 foot 255 center. Like, do you really need that? Doesn't really matter. Wang is one of the best stretch bigs in the game, and if you're looking to build like a beginner squad or like a competent squad that can go win against the CPU or even can go get buckets against team in clutch time or whatever for cheap, Wang kind of has to be a part of it. Number 4, viewers of this channel should know exactly who's coming out right now. Rex Chapman. Rex Chapman is fantastic. Like, let's say hypothetically you're using Marcus Smart at point guard, right? You need someone to come up and ball handle in the shooting guard. Rex Chapman is your man. Rex Chapman is fire. 93 three-pointer, 95 driving dunk, 86 ball handle. Not the greatest perimeter defense, but 85 is totally fine. 90 speed, 86 speed with ball isn't great. Hoff limitless, which is totally fine. Catch and shoot corner specialist. I'm about to give this man so many Hoff badges for no reason. Blinders, circus threes, limitless spot up. The only thing he really doesn't have is defensive badges, and I'm not sure. Can I put clamps on him? Because if I can put clamps on him, I'm gonna run. Yeah, I'm running Rex Chapman. He's gonna be my shooting guard for a little bit. I'm gonna give him Hoff Chef. Maybe not, but he really is that good. If you're looking for a ball dominant offensive two guard for cheap, you can get Rex Chapman for like 1,500 MT. The absolute most you'll pay for this card is 3,000, and I highly doubt like you even have to pay that much. Number 3, one of my favorite cards in the entire game, Mikal Bridges. Oh, his price went up. Oh, that's unfortunate. His price was down. Yeah, his price went up a little bit, but man, that just ruined my whole video. Nah, not really. It's fine. He's been fluctuating. I guarantee come Tuesday, he's back under 5K. And he's great. Hoff interceptor, catch and shoot, corner specialist, great release, glue hands, pickpocket, clamps, intimidator. You know, it says he only has an 80 driving dunk, but he really does boom on people. The 79 ball handle's not even that big of a detriment on him. 94 steal, 90 perimeter defense. Mikal Bridges is fantastic regardless. He's not technically under 5K right now. I'm still going to keep him on the list though because he's that good. So, number 2, look, if you're new to this game or you're a budget player, I mean, chances are if you've been playing this game for a little bit, you have this card. So, like, just disregard this. But if you're new to this game, Jonathan Isaac, you need him. He's the most overpowered Sapphire in this game. If you're sitting there trying to grind anything for a budget, Jonathan Isaac's what you need. Triple threat offline, Isaac. Online, Isaac. Domination, Isaac. Challenges, Isaac. It doesn't matter. He's that good that you need him for every facet of this game, especially if you're just starting out. If you're just starting out, you don't have a lot of MT, you can fill a slot on your team with Jonathan Isaac and he will hold his own. He's that good. You can play the small forward or the power forward. Doesn't really matter. Number 1 is another card that I think every single new player needs to pick up ASAP, and that's Evan Mobley. I personally think every player, period, needs to pick up Evan Mobley. Like, he's so good. Great jump shot. There's really nothing wrong with this card. You can get him for so cheap, like 1,500, 2,000 max. Like 7 foot with a 7'4" wingspan, which is huge. Like, yeah, I mean, his off badge is post playmaker, which isn't crazy, but I mean, it is what it is. He only has the 4 shooting badges in catch and shoot, corner specialist, hot zone, and set shooter. But he does have the corners hot zoned, which is cool. I don't know. Limitless spot up, he absolutely needs. I think that's kind of the one thing I would say for him to be a very effective center. But he does have clamps, interceptor, intimidator, rebound chaser, like excellent defensive badges for a big man. 75 speed with ball is not great. 81 speed and 81 acceleration is really good though. His release is fire. Jump shot 84, same as like Tyrese Maxey, Furkan Korkmaz, who I can never say his name correctly, and Emmanuel Quickly. Look, I talked about this card in the best budget cards list, and I stand firm on Evan Mobley being absolute fire, so you should pick him up. Literally, for this price, you have to pick him up. As always, it's been your boy Cheap Ludes. I hope this helped you a little bit, especially my new players out there. Make sure to subscribe. I'm doing my radio voice again. Just leave me alone. Let me have this. Let me pretend I'm that woman on the Warriors for a little bit. The 1970s film, not the Golden State Warriors, you children. Anyways, I will be back with more content every single day. And always have a good day. Peace.